Today we're going to be reviewing a mid-high-end office/gaming chair called the Andaseat Jungle 2, retailing for $250. We're going to cover the pros and cons of this chair, who I think it's right for, and show some of the features of this gorgeous chair. And she is gorgeous. Got Alcantara, micro-swade, smooth. In full transparency, this chair was sent for review. However, this is going to be an honest, comprehensive review. So if there's any cons or shortcomings or areas of improvement for their next version, you're going to hear about it. So the features and functions of the Andaseat Jungle 2. The armrest adjusts upward and downward about 4.5 inches, which is more than most chairs. However, that is the only adjustment here, and they are simply rubberized with no substantial padding or premium materials. And as we will cover during the cons section, the armrests are the Achilles heel or shortcoming of this chair. The lumbar pillow for your lower back as well as the neck rest pillow are a perfect balance of firmness, where they actually give you some support while still being soft, cushy, and comfortable, yet bouncing back to their original shape, and they are wrapped in the same leather as the rest of the chair. As for the materials of the chair, they do feel insanely premium. It is wrapped in Dura Extra 80 Plus leather. Marketing gimmick name aside, it is very soft, supple, high quality leather with scratch and stain resistance, and there is a very nice velvety suede Alcantara material, and that does feel super nice to the touch. This chair will fully recline backward to almost 90 degrees and does have a flip out footrest that is fully wrapped in that suede or Alcantara material and feels incredibly comfortable. These plastic side panels that cover the hardware or bolts on the side feels like it was made for a different chair. They're too thin and tall for the seat brackets, and I had a little difficulty installing them and actually broke the first pair and had to have a replacement set sent out. This does have a rocking feature, which is a nice touch. However, you cannot lock it in its reclined position, which is unfortunate. As for the hydraulic height adjustment, you have about 4 inches of adjustment, which is more than some chairs, less than others. This chair is rather aggressively bolstered to give you that racing seat look. It hugs you in nicely without being uncomfortable. I am 5'11", 190 pounds, and I felt very comfortable in this chair for extended gaming sessions. So the pros and cons of the Andaseat Jungle 2, we're going to get the cons out of the way because there is less of them. And the biggest one, in my opinion, is going to be the armrest. I do think it is the Achilles heel or the shortcoming of this chair. They are rubberized, and while they are rather soft and do have a little bit of give, they're not the most comfortable thing in the world. They also lack a lot of adjustment. They do go up and down about 5 inches. However, that's pretty standard, par for the course when it comes to office and gaming chairs. But there is no adjustment forward and backward or inward and outward, or what they call 4D or four-way adjustment. And what makes these armrests look even cheaper is the fact that the overall fit and finish and build quality and materials used on the chair are very good. You have this Alcantara or micro suede down the sides, very nice leather, very clean stitching, and then you see these two chintzy armrests slapped on the sides, and it kind of takes away or degrades from the overall looks and cosmetic appearance of the chair. In the next version of this chair, if they were to use the same leather with a little bit of micro suede or Alcantara, I think that would look fantastic and go more with the cosmetics of the chair. Speaking of cosmetics, the next con is going to be this orange stitching. This chair currently only comes in black on their website, and instead of having gray, black, or shoot, even white stitching, it is bright orange, which I feel like will only go with some people's setups or game room themes, as opposed to something like gray or black. It's a little bit more neutral. But I will say, just to caveat that they did very good with the branding, the actual stitching that says Andaseat in the lumbar pillow as well as on the actual chair is completely black. So if they just went with black stitching, I think that would really clean up the design. The next one, you cannot lock this chair in its rocked position. It does have a rocking feature and you can lock it out. For example, I have it locked out right now where it will not rock back. And then if I unlock that, I can rock back. However, you cannot lock the chair in its reclined position, which you can in a lot of other chairs. And the next one, this isn't really a con, but just something to make note of depending on your body style. This is rather tightly or aggressively bolstered, like a sports car seat, a bucket seat, maybe some Recaros. So for somebody like myself, I'm 5'11", currently around 190 pounds. Generally, I like to stay around the 170 range, but I put on a little dough around the midsection here recently, and this fits me perfectly. It's quite comfortable. However, it is quite aggressively bolstered. So when you lift back your arms like this, which you're probably not sitting there gaming like this with a joypad in each hand, but you do bump into these sculpted arms or bolstering the metal tubular frame under here. Now, granted, it is very well padded, so it's not like you feel the metal, but you know it's there, and it's just a rather tight chair. However, they do offer big and tall models, which I will showcase when I do a little preview or tour of their website. Now, as for the pros, the materials are incredibly premium. Most budget or entry-level chairs, and even some of the mid to mid-high-end chairs, rather than using authentic leather, use something like pleatherette, which which is a plastic pleather, you could call it, or sometimes it is a type of vinyl, but this chair uses Dura Extra AD Plus leather. I have no idea what that means, but it does feel incredibly premium, very soft and supple to the touch, and it is labeled as being scratch and stain resistant. So I'm not saying sit down on this thing with a spiked belt or coat it in Kool-Aid to see if it gets sticky or anything like that, but it is labeled as having some resistance to those things. And it does have micro-swade or Alcantara inserts on the inside as well as on the footrest, and they do feel incredibly premium and incredibly comfortable. And the biggest pro with this chair, because it is the most important factor when looking for a gaming chair, other than of course what's in your budget, your price range, would be the overall comfort. In your back and crack, it's pretty darn comfortable. Your rump, your tuchus is going to be well contoured, and your spine is going to be aligned, so to speak. Should have been a wrapper. But your back definitely has a lot of padding. The butt is also pretty good as well. I have sat in this chair for rather extended periods, video editing and gaming, and it felt very comfortable. And the lumbar and neck rest pillows are incredibly soft, yet also firm. Sometimes you get these pillows, they're overly soft and you just sink right in. These actually give you a little bit of support, but also give as well. So it's a great balance. They feel good. And the last one is going to be how easy the assembly process was. I really do wish that I recorded some footage of me assembling this chair. I have done that with previous chair reviews in the past. Just a little time lapse of me throwing this thing together. But unfortunately on this dimensional plane, we live in a world where I didn't record that footage. But take my word for it, the hardware is all very well aligned and organized. The instruction manual is very clear and concise with English, a good font, very descriptive pictures. All the hardware was there. Some of the hardware was already pre-installed where it needed to go, and it was very easy to put this chair together. I threw her together in about 20 minutes while watching Breaking Bad on Netflix. Great show, by the way, if you haven't seen it. I do strongly recommend. So this chair usually goes for $300 US. However, it is slashed down to $250 on their website right now. And I will say this chair has greatly outperformed a lot of chairs in the $200 to $400 price range that I have tested and parked my rump in. It is a very comfortable chair. I think it looks good. I do wish that the stitching was black, not orange. And I do wish that the armrests were a little bit more premium and had more adjustability, more adjustment in them. Other than that, this is a fantastic chair. I'm going to quickly show you where you can pick this chair up, which is of course on their website. They currently don't have any models available on Amazon, but they do have a good selection on their website. So the Jungle 2 is the chair that we tested here today. But as you can see, they offer several other models, including, like I mentioned earlier, big and tall models. Now they do have a lot of very flashy colorways or themes, and they do have cheaper entry-level chairs as well as some very expensive high-end flagship chairs that will go toe-to-toe with companies like Secret Labs. Drop in the comment section below your experience with this chair. Maybe you own one, or maybe you're excited about picking one up. I love to hear about that too. And let me know if there's any chairs you'd like to see showcased or reviewed on this channel. Peace. If you enjoyed the video, liking it helps it to get seen by more gamers. This information will reach and assist them as well, which in turn helps me grow this little channel, which I do greatly appreciate. Subscribe for more content like this. I cover news in the gaming community and industry, tutorials helping you get set up streaming and YouTubing, as well as honest gaming product reviews, keyboards, mice, headsets, controllers, mics, chairs, etc. There are some hefty exclusive discount codes found only in the description of my videos and only for the audience here at Gamer Heaven. Check out Into the AM for some of the sickest looking and most comfortable cloth to ever grace my gaming giblets. If you don't want to be scorching your corneas with harmful blue light, check out Gamer Advantage, the only blue light glasses on the market that look sexy and actually work. If you're looking for a custom controller that'll blow the competition's tits back, AIM definitively has the best bang for buck or price to performance when it comes to Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch controllers. Nope, they don't do Switch, but they do gaming mice. I said doo-doo. I have links to all my other platforms and socials in the description below. If you need a quick laugh or blast of gamer adrenaline, check my short form videos out at TikTok. To get in touch with myself and the Stallions and Stallionettes of Gamer Heaven, join the community Discord, and check me out at twitch.tv where I go live every other leap year on a blue moon if it falls into an odd calendar number, and my pH balance is on point. Just kidding, starting June I'm going to be live streaming a lot. Thanks for watching. This has been AK40 Kevin hosting Gamer Heaven, and I'll see you tomorrow because I upload daily, all the time, 60% of the time, sometimes, most of the time. Peace.